Well, we know you have them, and now we want to see them. Back to school pics. We put out a call on our Facebook page asking you to post photos, so have at it. Be sure to include name and town, and we might show your smiling student on the show this week or next. and while we're talking back to school, you know, age really is just a number.
Just a number. We found that out last year after we got word that a 79-year-old U.S. Navy veteran had finally graduated high school and received his diploma. In today's Monday Memory, we revisit our time with Bill Steyer and that monumental moment.
To certify and accept for the conferring of his high school diploma, this graduate of Wicomico High School, William Cletus Steyer. Congratulations, Mr. Steyer, and thank you again so much for your service to our country.
A graduation ceremony 62 years after his last class at Wicomico High School.
Yeah, I love the elbow bumps. Wicomico County Public School Superintendent Dr. Donna Hanlon presented 79-year-old U.S. Navy veteran William Steyer with his high school diploma. You know, Mr. Steyer joined the Navy following his junior year in high school and served until he was honorably discharged in 1965. And the recent high school graduate joins us this afternoon to fill us in on his journey. Hello, Mr. Steyer. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, Lisa, how are you, hon?
I am doing so great. So I have to ask you, did you ever think that you would actually receive that high school diploma?
Actually not. I thought about it a few times, but I didn't think it was even worth the effort because at one time it was so difficult to even pursue.
So, Mr. Steyer, allow us to say thank you for your service. We appreciate that.
Oh, my pleasure. I don't regret any minute, and don't regret one moment of it.
So, what was it that made you want to leave high school and immediately join the service?
Actually, they had in high school at that time, they had what they called Career Day. And I was talking to a recruiter in the Army, and all of a sudden this Navy recruiter said, "Do you like hot meals?" I said, "Well, yeah." He said, "Do you like a warm bed?" I said, "Well, yeah, sure, why?" He said, "Well, then you don't need to talk to that guy, you need to talk to me." So they talked me into joining the Navy.
And was that something that, I mean, they did? I mean, had you basically quit high school to go join the service? That was a thing back then?
Well, yes, because I was raised that you had three things that were important. One was God, one was country, another was family. And my family had joined, my grandfather was a Marine when boot camp was in Annapolis. And my family's been military all through, and I'm about the last one on the totem pole to make it. So I thought it was my obligation to serve my country.
Wow. You said you thought about getting your high school diploma. How did you actually discover that you would be able to?
When I decided to join the service, the principal and the vice principal of Y High guaranteed me, or they told me at the time, that if that's what I wanted to do, they would guarantee me that I would get a diploma. They wrote a letter which went to the recruiter stating that I had 12 years of education. So all my records through the military and through my life has said, you know, that I had a high school diploma.
Wow.
Even though you never actually had one.
Actually, I didn't have the physical diploma, but they had a letter in the military stating that I had completed 12 years of my high school.
So there you go.
Oh, so tell us about that moment when Dr. Hanlon handed you your diploma. That had to be great.
I was usually I'm not too much at the loss of words, but I was at that particular time because I was so grateful that I finally did get it. I mean, it was all I could keep thinking of was thank you, thank you, thank you, and I appreciate it so greatly.
Yeah. Do you think there are other veterans that might still be waiting on their high school diploma?
Yes, I think there might be, and I think that a lot of them might not even realize that they could qualify to get one, and I'm hoping that maybe they'll see this or take a note from it and try and get theirs.
Yeah.
So tell me about your family. What do they think of this, you finally getting your high school diploma?
My family they're of course, they're proud of me. But I was actually, most of my family was born and raised in Appalachia. And a lot of people didn't even get past maybe the fifth, sixth, seventh grade sometimes. but most of my family that is still living is amazed, and they are very proud of me that I did finally get my diploma.
Listen, if Mr. Steyer isn't an inspiration for you, I don't know what it's going to take. So here's the question. What is the one thing that you've been wanting to do, but you've been letting your age hold you back? No excuses. Get it done.
So you're saying I should go surfing?
I say you should go surfing.